My red carpet look for the Tron Ares world premiere, yeah, it lights up, and here's how I made it. So my original idea was to create a pinstriped bustier and pants set, with the stripes created by piping made out of battery-powered L-wire. But then I started researching piping sets, and I felt like less is more, and so reduced my plan to just L-wire along all the seams. I cut out my lining of my bustier first using this Simplicity costume pattern, which I like because it had a lot of pattern pieces and so a lot of seam lines. Sewed it together and made all my fit modifications. I sewed down the seam allowances to create channels. I inserted zip ties for the boning. Then I made my piping. I used some translucent red ribbon and cut lengths 4 inches longer than each seam, folded them over a 10-meter piece of red L-wire, and used a piping foot to sew the fold tight to the wire. Then I sewed the piping to the stitch lines on each of my outer garment pieces, which I cut out of a coated stretch denim from Mood, winding the same long piece of wire up and down the same sides of each piece, leaving space in between along the tops and the bottoms. Then I sewed the pieces together, added the zipper, sewed in the lining, leaving a space for the end of the wire to come through on the back for the battery pack, sewed some Velcro on the garment for the circular disc LED, and added sticky Velcro to the back of the disc. For the pants, I combined 2 different Mimi G patterns, one for the rise and one for the legs, and followed the same steps, this time making the piping out of 3 pieces of 1-meter L wire and sewing them to each outseam and running a piece behind the waistband and sewing them to the edge of the pockets. Making these pieces wasn't hard, but getting the fit exactly right took the most time. I would have made a few more tweaks had I had just one more day, but overall, I'm pleased with it, and I was so excited to be at the Tron Ares world premiere. Thank you so much, Disney, for the invitation. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and I hope you've all enjoyed my Tron content.